die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my stunning mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and sharing my first impressions of Issey Miyake L'Odyssée pour Homme Eau de Toilette Fraiche, a flanker of L'Odyssée pour Homme. But before we get into that, just letting you guys know that if you haven't entered the Marf Les Parfaits pour Homme giveaway, I will be announcing the winner on Friday. So if you want to enter this giveaway, you've got to be subscribed to the Aussie Marcel YouTube. You've got to be following the Aussie Marcel Instagram. Don't worry, I plan on posting them more regularly pretty soon, hopefully today. And if you haven't entered already, just drop a comment below. At the moment, my giveaways are only for Australians, just because international shipping is excessively expensive and really long. I'm not going to say that's the name of my sex tape, but yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway, just drop a comment below if you haven't already. And my fragrance of the day, Paco Rabanne's Phantom. This was on my list for best fragrances of 2022, or the fragrances that I smelled for the first time in 2022. It has a youthful sweetness to it, so if you aren't a fan of like excessively sweet men's fragrances, this probably won't appeal to you. But it also has this subtle earthiness and an even more subtle smoky facet to it as well. It's got a big dose of vanilla, almost like this creamy, earthy patchouli quality to it. It's actually an incredibly attractive fragrance, and I'm not generally the biggest fan of obnoxiously youthful sweet fragrances, but this is an exception. This is one of the best Paco Rabanne fragrances that I've smelt, and it ranks right alongside the original formulation of Black Excess for me. So if you're in the market for a sweet men's scent, maybe this is for you. So we're all familiar with L'Odyssée pour Homme by Issey Miyake. It's an iconic 1990s scent with a really unique note of yuzu. That it's sort of like a tart, lemony sort of note. It should be in every man's collection. This is a very versatile scent. You can wear it all seasons, all occasions. It's one of those citrus-based fragrances that really has a standout note. It really stands apart from the rest of the citrus fragrances out there. It's got a tiny bit of woodiness to it as well, some clean musks and that yuzu note. It's just a very fresh, revitalizing fragrance. It's iconic, so if you haven't checked this one out, definitely consider adding it to your collection. It is relatively affordable. You can pick it up for well under $70 Australian. And yeah, it's very Moorish. Personally, I like to wear a fragrance like this after I work out and after I shower. But if you want to wear this on a nice hot day when you're going out for a drink or a coffee or something like that, it's ideal for that sort of situation as well. So I'll just leave this tester strip there for the time being, and let's have a look at the fresh version of L'Odyssée pour Homme. I'm expecting more freshness, less woodiness, and perhaps a slight increase in the way that the yuzu note is presented. I'll be putting some B-roll over this as usual. And here it is without the cellophane. Very plain sort of look. It's got the white that's classic to the L'Odyssée bottles with like a sort of like it's not a gradient, it's just like a very light gray at the bottom here. You should be able to see it on camera. And here it is, L'Odyssée pour Homme, 50 ml, and I paid $20 for this on clearance. Yeah, Miyake Fraiche, 50 ml, $20 from Priceline. Solid price. I picked this up when I got Eternity, the EDP yesterday. Let's put them side by side. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Atomizer is very, very impressive. Wow. This is so much better than the original. It's actually ridiculous. It's sweeter than the original. It's got like this menthol quality, this really potent menthol quality. Far out, man. I'm blown away by the freshness of this. A lot of fragrances will have an Homme Fraiche flanker, like think of La Malle, they have an Homme Fraiche flanker. What a surprise. This is nothing what I expected it would be. It is fresher because of that menthol note. It's got this like really minty quality to it, but it's not toothpastey. It's not like bubblegum spearmint. It's nothing like that. It reminds me of the smell of, look, this is an almost shockingly bad comparison, but if you've ever smelt like a menthol filter for a roll your own cigarette, what a fresh scent. This is probably not ideal for cold weather, but if it's a warm climate where you are, if you know there's a lot of humidity or something like that, this is going to be a very attractive scent. I still get some of that punchy yuzu. I get a tiny bit of like clean musk to this one as well. What a genuinely surprising fresh scent this is. I was not expecting this at all. Whereas the classic L'Odyssée Pour Homme I think could work as a unisex fragrance, this one does come across as more masculine because of that vivid mint opening, that vivid mentholated opening. Think of like Vicks Vapor Rub, think of sore throat lozenges, that sort of like menthol quality. You've got the clean musk, you've got maybe a hint of wood here somewhere. It doesn't share a lot in common with the original, but I think it smells better than the original. It's going to be a little less versatile than the original though. Let's go back to that for a second. Yeah, the original one, just peak versatility as far as fragrances go. It just has a lot going on for it regarding like wearability. The classic L'Odyssée Pour Homme, you can wear that in literally any season, any occasion, and especially the right person can make that work. Man, woman, they, them, does not matter. It's just that sort of versatility. This, on the other hand, the Eau de Toilette Fraiche, you're going to be struggling to pull this one off in cold weather, like I said before. Probably not ideal for really cold situations because that menthol note, it's just not going to play well with low temperatures. But high heat, high humidity, we're talking Queensland, Northern Territory. If you're in anywhere, Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Thailand, whatever, Latin America, places like that, where it's just really humid, really hot, this is going to shine in that sort of environment. So if you've ever worn this one before, let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely excited to hear what you guys have to say about this one. What a stunning, massively surprising release this is. I look forward to doing a full review of it one day with a more extensive note breakdown once I've worn it on my skin. But yeah, if you've ever worn the Eau Fraiche version of L'Odyssée Pour Homme, let me know in the comments below. Even out of the atomizer, this smells so different from L'Odyssée Pour Homme. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.